What's going on, man? Today we're going to talk about SSD speed, just in layman terms, and we're also going to let me see what the fuck is going on here. This is the third, so we don't want to load that one up. We want to load up the second. I'm trying to load up an area where it's one of my favorite areas in Infamous. Here we go. This will let us know what's up with the SSD. Now remember, Infamous was made on the normal PS4 before they even planned the Pro. This was not made with the Pro in mind, but it did have HDR. A lot of games had HDR. Yeah, a lot of games had HDR. Excuse me. I haven't ate yet. I haven't did anything. Just rolled out of bed. I gotta do a little bit later. Let me drink this bottle of water. That should be good enough. Okay. So, this is one of my favorite areas in the game, and I'm gonna actually save, so I don't forget that this is one of my favorite areas in the game. So basically, the reason why this is my favorite area because there's a lot going on here. It's an area that if you don't know exactly where it's at on the map, it's difficult. So hold on. So well, I'm trying to zoom in. Okay, so basically it's right there. And now that I know what the fuck that shit looks like, I should be able to find it. It's right up here. It's in the area where you came across the bridge from the Indian village that you were at. It's right here. It has that unique like upside down D, right? It's upside down D. So that's what it looks like. It's an upside down D, right here on the train tracks next to this little mysterious hat secret agent guy. And the reason why this just small tiny area is amazing is because there's so many people. And again, this is not a PS5 game, this is a PS4 game. But to show you what a developer was capable of doing using only 1.84 teraflops. Now, when it comes to games looking good and performing good, I believe Sony's gonna just completely destroy Xbox. Now, this is because developers are already on that level, and that these are first-party developers. They're already on that level. What that means is we know that it's gonna take 2 years, and it might take even more with the coronavirus. I don't know why I'm calling it that. So with the coronavirus, it might take longer for those games that were supposed to take 2 years to create for the Xbox Series X to actually come out. Again, the Sony first party studios were already on a high quality level. If you're looking at Sucker Punch, which is the developer we're gonna be talking about today, this is their first game for this generation. Their second game is Ghost of Tsushima. So, I think, they were doing Sly Cooper before Infamous, but if you look at Infamous 1, and hopefully I can get a comparison later on, Infamous 1 and Infamous 2 was such a huge leap for just that single generation. It was fucking crazy. Do I expect a huge visual leap between this and Ghost? Not so much, but it will look a lot better. Ghost will look completely better than Infamous, but it's not gonna be like a huge fucking leap. We're talking about a game that's still made primarily for the people that have a normal PS4 that's 1.84 teraflops, and then the people that have a Pro, which is a 4 something teraflops, right? Then you go to the PS5, which has 10.30 teraflops, and not just the teraflops. That's what everybody is not making. They're not really making a lot of sense. Okay, yeah, we got the number, but it's everything else that the PlayStation has that's better than the Xbox. The performance, the speed. That shit matters so much more than teraflops to developers. And you have heard a lot of developers come out and say how important the SSD is to their development and making sure everything runs very, very good, smooth, and very, very speedy. So this is this is 1.84 teraflops, right? You can see reflections in the puddles, every puddle, for the buildings as well as yourself and vehicles. You have multiple AIs doing different things. You have vehicles riding around, different vehicles. Leaves are flying around. You got grass, many different colors. Right here, it seems like you got little Christmas lights in the trees. It's a lot, but I haven't really got to the crazy part of this area and what was programmed in this one specific area. So you have the gas station, you have the newspaper stands, you have the ATM, you have the phone booth, you have the trash cans. All of this stuff can be you can interact with, right? Everything you can interact with. But then again, right behind the gas station, right behind this restaurant, there's a forest that you can go explore to a certain extent. What they were talking about with the SSD and everything else with the PS5 is how games might not have to be programmed to be like this. Instead of just a small bit of a forest and a rocky background that would prevent you from exploring more of a world that a developer would want you to explore, you would have a different type of landscape. A landscape that a developer really wants you to explore, not one that they have to continue to create because that's all the specs would allow you to do. And of course, you're going to have limitations with the PS4. You're going to even have limitations with the PS4 Pro. It's an enhanced PS4. It's not the next generation of the PS4. The next generation of the PS4 is the PS5. And I'm not a complete tech analyst. I'm not a professional when it comes to that. But what I've understood from Mark Cerny and all the other developers that broke it down a lot better than he did, for people that are not as professional as him, it's gonna change the way games are created, and that's important. Myself, I'm a detail freak. I am. I love leaves. I love grass. I love water. I love the things that we see in our daily life. The things that we see in our daily life that even in this generation is hard for developers to implement or hard for developers to make look good. Some developers can't do water good. Some developers still are shitty on trees. This was a game that came out on 2014, still a part of the launch lineup of games, and it looked this good. I'm running this on a Pro, but I'm not running it in Pro mode. That's another thing I want to talk to you guys about with backwards compatibility. I want to get this link out so more people can hear, because the thing about backwards compatibility, it seems like it's confusing a lot of people, and a lot of people are getting information wrong. Nobody is damage controlling here. I just want everybody to know about the information for backwards compatibility. Help me get this link out. We need to see if we can get 20 people in here. 20 people can spread that information to 20 additional people per person, and that's what I want. I don't need 8,000 views. I just need a good amount of people to get this information and spread it out, because it's so important. Again, this is a game from 2014. It is 2020. This is from a Sony first-party studio. We understand what the Sony first-party studios are going to be able to do. That's what we do understand. Let me see. What are we doing there? What's that? And that. And, okay. I have some ideas in my head. And I want you guys to see some of the stuff, so... Okay, the ideas in my head are going to be as follow with that. So, some of my tests that I'm gonna be doing, because this is another thing I want to learn more about, but they were doing the tech analysis. Some of my gameplay live streams I will start doing again directly from the PS4 Pro, while the PS4 Pro is in Pro mode. And the reason why I want to do that is because you guys would see better quality that's not skipping it anyway, right? This is one thing a lot of people don't want to admit. The PS4 is already on a level that some computers can't comprehend. I got this laptop in 2016. It had 8 gigabytes of GDDR4 RAM, I believe. The PS4, as you know, it had GDDR5 RAM, 8 gigs, right? But this computer can't keep up with streaming this visual through it. And that's the problem I've been having. I want you guys to see the best visuals, and my laptop can't allow you to see that. But if I stream a game directly from the PS4, you guys can see that, and that's what's amazing to me. Okay, so I just wanted to get this info right there. I just want to make sure you guys know this is the podcast. So we're gonna do that there. Just give me 1 second. Let me line this shit up real quick. And I hope everybody's being safe and clean out there. We all want to make it through this bullshit that we call life. Got a good check, and then I'm getting another check. So tomorrow. So I just wanted to. I don't know. Do people want me to get Doom? I want to get Doom. It's just not mandatory right now, and with everything else going on in life, period, I could wait on Doom. But if you guys feel that I need Doom, let me know. I have the money to get it if you want to see it. No, I have not completed Neo 2. And yes, we're still running on the computer, so I can swap between games. But if you're on Infamous, if you have access to Infamous, please come to this area right here. It is an area that's going to show you what was possible on the PS4 and what definitely can be possible on the PS5. Not just this, but way more than this. Way more than we can even imagine. And I don't want to sound crazy, but you look at this beauty. A game that still holds the test of time. Even Killzone Shadowfall holds the test of time. And it's just crazy. It really is. Just so much here. We're going to go in a deep dive on what this level, what I like about this area and what can be done here. You can interact with so much. It's just, hold on, we're going to get to it. We're going to get that in just a little bit. Okay. I want to make sure we have an area for the chat box. So should be underneath the visual of that. I'm just trying to figure out, is this a better way? I just want to make sure we have a better way to view the stream. No, that's not good. What's the red tech? Oh, okay. That is weird. Let's not do that. Let's remove that. I think this is a better interface, but I can't be 100%. Your YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth stream. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Okay. I don't know. They're telling me something's wrong with the stream. I already figured that. I don't know what. Because on my end, everything's perfect. Said the stream quality is good. 30 frames per second. See, this is what I was talking about. See, I can see all the CPUs and frame drops and everything like that. See, that's what I like about OBS. So I can see the performance. Again, if you're talking about my laptop that came from 2016 versus... no, sorry. My laptop came from 2014. This game is 2014. I got the PS4 in 2013. The Pro came from 2016. But I can stream everything to YouTube at a better quality than I can from the laptop. And what I really wanted to get across to everybody, and we're just going to go back to the normal setup. There we go. We're just going to go back to the normal setup. If you guys have any buffering, let me know in the comment section. Alright, I'm going to go check something out real quick. I'm going to get all this shit off of here real quick. And I do need to eat today. If you guys have any buffering, let me know in the comment section. Alright, I'm going to go check something out real quick. I'm going to get all this shit off of here real quick. And I do need to eat today. What's going on, Ice Queen? What's going on, Heath Stevens? If you guys have any buffering, let me know in the comment section. Alright, I'm going to go check something out. I'm going to get all this shit off of here real quick. And I do need to eat today. Do you guys see my character moving? What's going on, Ice Queen? What's going on? I'm not seeing my character move at all on my stream. If you guys have any buffering, let me know in the comment section. Alright, I'm gonna go check something out. I'm gonna get all this shit off of here real quick. And I do need to eat today. Guys, I apologize. It seems like the Elgato stopped working with the fucking computer. So give me let me try something. Let me see what's going on. I don't like to not be professional, but definitely the next thing I want to talk about is will be something that will piss a lot of people off. So hold on, let me try again. Let me see if okay, I apologize. We're back. I had to turn off the OBS and there was some other shit running on the laptop. If you're gonna recite false information, I'm gonna have to block you, okay? All due respect to you. I understand that you guys are trolls and that's what you want to do. But on my channel, you're not going to spread misinformation. So that's your only offense. They were talking about a boost mode for backwards compatibility. They have the classic boost mode for the PS4 games. They have the Pro mode, and then they have the native mode for PS4 backwards compatibility. They never talked about no boost mode in there. So if you're using terms that were not talked about yesterday, then obviously you're going off of false information. Yeah, the teraflops are 10.30. Look, I can't go back and forth with somebody that doesn't have a real ID online. But thank you for viewing. Let me go head on over to your account real quick and block you. Anybody else, you can get blocked too. Really apologize for... I apologize for the laptop, not for the PS4. I like the interface that I've set up. Yeah, teraflops don't mean anything, especially to what the developer's been talking about. I like the way the interface is set up and everything, but obviously the laptop... Look, I'm just going to be honest. On this laptop, which, again, doesn't give me problems, but the things I want to start doing or I am doing with my channels would require me to just stay focused on this. Like, I can't have a lot of tabs open. I can't be downloading shit while I'm streaming. Even though I have the internet speed, it doesn't matter because the laptop can't process that. And then also process the visuals that are coming from the PS4 to stream back out to YouTube at good frame rates and good resolution. And this is where the SSD comes in. You have to have a powerful SSD. You have to have a SSD that can do what no other SSD can do. Those 10 teraflops are going to do so much for developers with such a powerful SSD. And I know Xbox fans want to pretend like SSD doesn't matter. It does. It matters, and that's why they don't talk about it. Now, if you're not a fanboy and you're a game developer, you understand how important that is. Let me make sure I look. Yeah, take a look at Streamlabs. Streamlabs is perfect. I don't know. It froze on the gameplay. Let me go send this link back out because I lost a lot of viewers because of technical issues. I apologize for that. Plus, I never did that test before. I thought I was going to have to completely go offline with the stream, but I didn't. Let's go get that link out to everybody. Let them know I'm live. Guys, help me out. I apologize for asking for help again, but help me out. Get that link out. I'm gonna send that link out on my end too. So look, obviously we know a computer that's made the same exact year as a console might not be able to even pass through information from the console back out to the internet like what I'm telling you I can't do with this laptop, or even a computer from this age. It depends on how you build it. One thing people are not talking about is how powerful these consoles, both of them, are compared to your modern day PCs or a PC that's built the same year, even PCs built years before. It's very true. These consoles have outdone the PCs. And I know a lot of people... Damn it. I was gonna fuck around in this area, but it doesn't look like I can. I'm gonna go get some smoke, get some missiles, and fuck these guys up. Should be some smoke up here. There we go. There we go. You want some? Fucking bitch. Okay. The other thing I want to talk about, as far as the systems being more powerful, there be games that are made for consoles that the PCs can't process. That would mean, example, next generation Grand Theft Auto, issue that I've had with Grand Theft Auto, uh, but an issue that was semi-solved by Sony with open world games like Infamous and Spider-Man. We'll test Spider-Man out next. Is um 3D, like, three-dimensional interiors. That's what I call them. It's an interior to a building that you can go in, and you can see inside, and it's three-dimensional, and it's not flat. It's not a flat image. Grand Theft Auto uses a flat image on top of a window to let you know, hey, look, there's a building here, and it looks like stuff. Infamous, they do 3D interiors. Spider-Man does three-dimensional interiors, but they do it in such a different way that if a random robbery might happen, one of those stores might be accessible to you randomly. At that point in time, you can go inside of this area that you already knew you could, but for whatever reason, they don't let you go into. It's just like this. That's where SSD would come into as well. Allowing developers to do, again, much more inside of the game that most games of this generation just don't let you do. There are games like, what is it? Assassin's Creed that have more buildings you can go inside, but some of those buildings' interiors are exactly the same as others. Spider-Man has that too for their function, for buildings that have this 3D interior, but it's like a copied image to give you the illusion that every window, you can see inside of an office building. This, like up high on Infamous, you're just gonna see reflection, right? You're not gonna see much more than that. You don't even see his reflection. You just see a reflection of what they believe is behind you to a degree. And most of the time, it's pretty accurate. Other than that, no. Spider-Man does the same exact thing. Depending on how high you get up, it's a copied image on the window, but it's not exactly what's behind you. See, you got the train going, you got fog and smoke, you got leaves flying around, you got the sky and everything. It's a dope ass game. There's a lot going on for this game that came out in 2014. But there's a lot more that could be done. There's a lot more that could be accessible. More of Seattle, for example. Instead of just this small portion of the city, they could make a real replica of Seattle that you could explore. Instead of just having this playground, and this is a prime example. I'm a detail freak about this. There are no kid models. You see what I'm saying? There are adults walking around, but there are no kids. Everybody's in shape in Infamous. Nobody is out of shape. Some of the character models are copied multiple times. You have some unique characters. You have characters holding phones, coffee cups, newspapers, umbrellas. And what I like about that, and they're maxing this out on the PS4, if you come into contact with them, if they get afraid, they will drop what they have, and what they have will stay on the ground. Again, the phones, though, if you bump into this person right there, the phone will not fall off of the person's hand. They might run, and then the phone disappears, but that's it. If you look on a phone screen, every phone screen is exactly the same. The more you zoom in, you won't really see any quality in the foam. Actually, the quality decreases. Let me go into photo mode. This is gonna help a lot. That's why people love photo mode. There we go. There we go. It's really weird. It's really fucking weird. Let's see. Field of view. There we go. So the farther you zoom into this foam that she's carrying, right? You can see the quality is absolute shit. They have to take from somewhere. Also, you're zooming closer into the hoodie, and you see that there's not proper stitching and shit. Again, the umbrella is still there. The closer you zoom into the umbrella, the quality is getting shitty too. With the SSD, you won't have to take away from certain areas like that. Ever. Not only that, the speed of which things will probably load up in games are definitely faster. You will never probably see pop-in ever again. I see pop-in so much. I saw a lot of pop-in Doom 2016, which is one of my favorite games of that type. As far as first-person shooters, single-player goes, it's amazing. It really is. I love it. But so much pop-in. Assassin's Creed games, so much pop-in. Again, I'm talking about games that are made for a 1.84 teraflop base system and whatever the original Xbox One is made with. And now we're talking about games that will be made with 10 teraflops and 12 teraflops. But the SSD makes the difference, because you won't see many changes. You know? There might be a lot more destruction, depending on what the developers can take advantage of. I believe when we're talking about first-party studios, we know that they're going to pull out the stops. The third-party developers seem to really love the SSD, but we don't know what they're willing to do. Depends on if they still have their minds set on releasing games that are on current generation systems, or are they going to start creating games that are only for next generation systems and take advantage of those special aspects. That has yet to be seen. People like EA, Activision, Ubisoft, those developers normally make multi-platform games for current generation systems and next generation systems simultaneously. But after the first 2 years, they might specifically make games only for the next generation of hardware. That's because there are still tons of people, specifically on PlayStation, that have a PlayStation. Over 110 million people have a PS4, and like 40 something million people have an Xbox One. Over 50 something million people have a Switch. So you still got to make games for those people. You got to make sure those people, don't feel too much alienated or pushed to buy next generation hardware. With this virus going on, it's going to fuck with a lot of people's pockets this November. I'm ready to buy the system right now. I could put the money down right now. Will I put the money down on GameStop? Probably not, because I believe at the end of the year, more GameStops than we can count right now are going to permanently be closed. I also, as we can already see, Amazon is taking a hit. Like Square Enix said, the physical portion of Final Fantasy VII Remake, they're hindered right now. You can't expect to always get a physical copy for that game when it comes out April 10th. But if you got the game digital, that's a different story. I can't get a PS5 digital. You can't get a PS5 digital, right? We're going to have to get that physical, unless you have like a 3D printer or some shit like that. And you can start making a PS5, sorry. But that's not going to happen. So I'm hoping this virus shit doesn't really seriously limit the amount of PS5s that are available. So and I know this is selfish, so I can make sure that I have one. Because I know I have the money to get one, and some other people might not. They might not have jobs at the end of the year. As of right now, it doesn't seem like my job is affected, but it might be very, very soon. Hopefully, I'm not one of the people that have to stay home. Other than that, I'm going to have to make sure I have other avenues to make money. If you're digital, like me, if you do YouTube and Twitch, you might have a way to make money. But for me, I'm going to make sure $500 is set aside. No matter what the price of the console is. I do not believe this system is going to be $400. Anybody that thinks this system is going to be $400 is dumb. Because just a couple weeks ago, every Xbox fanboy on Twitter, on YouTube, said that the PS5 was going to be $600 because they knew it had more teraflops. But now they think it's going to be $400 because it has 10 teraflops, and they think the Xbox One... the Xbox Series X is going to stay at $500. If Xbox Series X has more teraflops, and that's what's going to cost more money, not the SSD, than the PS4. Sorry, I keep confusing these fucking names. The PS5, right? It would stand to reason that the Xbox Series X is probably going to be the system that costs more than $500. I'm just being 100% realistic with you guys. I do not see a scenario where the Xbox Series X is cheaper or the same exact price as the PS5. I don't see that. Remember, they already charged you $500 for two consoles this generation. One was more powerful. The other one they stuck a camera on and made that the excuse of why they charge you so much money. I didn't do my part, did I? No, I did not. I did not do my part. Everything's steady. I was downloading some movies or whatever, but they had already been downloaded. But again, the CPU was taking a hit, or something was taking a hit on a laptop that was fucking up the live stream, or fucking up my ability to see the Elgato through the Streamlabs OBS. Again, one thing I really want to talk about, and we still don't have fucking 20 viewers. That might be my fault because I didn't share the fucking link on Twitter or YouTube, Facebook yet. The one thing I want to talk about, and I'll circle back around, is what does all of this power, what does all this speed mean for people like myself that stream? Will I, and I definitely know the answer to this, will I be able to stream better with the PS5 compared to a high-end laptop or a high-end computer? Will everything in the PS5 allow developers to take more focus on creating interfaces, or allowing us to create interfaces that will allow us to stream? So the interface that I have right now is just an image. That's all it is. The interface that I have is an image, or it's a layered images, right? And then I put an image underneath an image, and bam, you have the interface you're looking at. It's very, very simple. Will I be able to do something like that and then live stream from the PS5? Those are the things I want to know. It's going to be more advanced than the PS4 on so many damn levels. Not just the SSD, but of course the teraflops. You're going from 1.84 to 1030 teraflops. That's a lot. That's a lot for a developer. That's a lot for gamers. That's a lot for everybody. That's a huge fucking leap. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I want to see the future of gaming. From what I'm hearing from both companies, nothing seems to be delayed. Microsoft has already put out that they're going to come out with their system in Thanksgiving of this year. As we already know, even if this virus gets worse, Microsoft is one of the type of companies, I see it in their eyes, that they would be just like Microsoft from Microsoft of 2005, where even if their system is faulty or whatever is going on with the economy, they're just going to bring their system out. They don't give a fuck. They're going to bring it out. they won't worry about taking hits or whatever. Not in that department. However, they have a very, very powerful system, and if they market that shit the way that they are, there's no way that system's gonna be $500 even. There's no way. They're gonna take a major hit if they're gonna market that system as the most powerful system and then charge you $500, knowing that the majority of gamers, if the PS5 is still on schedule to come out alongside the Xbox Series X this year, the majority of gamers are automatically gonna go with the PS5. If you're a gamer, you know where the games are. If you're not a gamer and you're a fanboy and you feel that talking about the number of teraflops is more important than actually playing video games, then you just won't know. And you just won't pick the right system. Now, those individuals I will keep track of. Those are the same individuals that picked the Xbox One over the PS4 this generation. But in 2015 and 2016, they swung back around. They traded in or they sold their Xbox Ones and then got a PS4 because they saw the games. They didn't care about the interface of Xbox anymore. They didn't care about all the different features of Xbox One anymore. They cared about the games. Why did it take them 2 or 3 years? I will never know. But they made the right decision. If you're a gamer, you care about the games. If you're a fanboy, you're going to use other reasons to hype up a system that does not have games. Prime example. I have games. I don't have features. You want to see the features I have? Okay. These are the features I have, right? Oh, shit. Oh, shit, I can do that test. Where's that, hold on. There's a test I wanted to do. I don't know if I can still do it. Where is that shit? Is it here? Okay, we got this one. And then we got this. No. That's not working. Okay. That's fucking weird. One second. I thought I had everything on here. These are features, right? SSD will make this shit a thing of the past. Okay, so I always got scared when they say they're going to suspend a feature because I thought they were terminating it, but they're not terminating it. They're making sure the system can focus on whatever you're about to do now. Now, not everything you do will do this. Let me see. They say generic, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so here's a prime example. Let me make sure my TV's down, right? So, everybody's here? Cool. This is what you want, right? This is what everybody wants, but you have it, but you have it scattered. They're making sure the system can focus on whatever you're about to do now. Now, not everything you do will do this. Let me see. Cool. Generic. Okay. So, in the PS5, obviously, you will be able to download music. At this point in time, I would take points off of the PS5, but I would not stop myself from buying the system if they didn't have a good way of making sure you could play your music on there or download your music to the system, or play it off of external, or however they're going to have that shit set up. Okay, so let me make sure my audio is not on, right? Let me make sure that is not. 1 second. 1 second. That was wrong button. Okay, there we go. Elgato. The audio is up. Let's turn that audio off. Microphone is a little low. Let's do that. And then everything else is good. I'm not in a party chat right now, but I need to be. Okay. So somebody will be in here soon. Save this there, and we're good. So, here we go. We have music here, right? Hopefully you won't be able to hear it so YouTube doesn't copyright me. One thing people don't understand is when you have music on your USB stick, right? On your... I thought I didn't, so I can fix that just like that. Okay, so I thought I didn't have music, but I do have music, and this is the USB stick that I have music on, right? So I have tons of music, right? Tons of music on the SSD, on this USB stick. And then I have, like, save data here. I have the Share Factory projects here to transfer. I have videos here, movies. I can play all of this like right now. Like, I could play all of it, like all of it, just right off the USB. Very speedy, very speedy. So that's what I can do off of the USB. I want to be able to do this right off the system. Okay, so let me see. I will play this song, right? And I will go back into Infamous. Infamous will load up, but it's going to still be at the same spot, but it will load up. The SSD, this won't ever happen again. It's taking a while to load up. Okay, so Infamous loaded back up. I'm still at the same spot. Yep, still at the same spot. Can still play the fucking game. Infamous is one of those games that doesn't have the locked 30 frames. It can go higher, but it's not 60. But it can go close to it, but then it's all over the fucking place. So, I got music running, if you wanted to know. I got the music running. It's running, you can't hear it, but it's running while I'm playing the game. Okay, so I can listen to music while playing the game. This is one thing that Xbox fans say you can't do on PlayStation, but you can. They upgraded this years ago. So you could have a USB filled with music like I do and play the music while playing a game. The SSD hype is real. Thanks, Kenobi. The SSD hype is real. The SSD is going to make this more natural. That's what everybody wants. A lot of people wanted things like this to be more natural with PlayStation. At any fucking time, I can swatch. Sorry, I said swatch. I can switch the music to anything I want while still playing the game. Now, you guys can't hear the music, and I don't want you to because of the copyright. But you can still see that I'm playing the game, and the music is obviously in the background. We're gonna go to a game that everybody wants, but let's be honest. When I jumped down here, it was crazy. That was fucking crazy. I made a landing, and I saw paper and rocks fly up. Let me go check that out again. Yep. You see the dust particles fly up and a little bit of dirt and everything. And that's another thing I like. You got photo mode activated. We already know PS5 photo mode is going to be completely photorealistic every time you're incorporated. But with this, you can obviously stop things and see even more detail. That's what I use it for. Of course, I take some nice pictures. But let's look at some of the detail, right? Okay, they made sure that you have the explosion for the mailbox. The door flies off. You see the paper, right? And you got nickels, pennies, dimes, quarters. You know what they are, but if you zoom into them, they don't look good at all, right? They don't have a date. They barely have a face, right? But the detail is there. They're trying to let you know where the power of the PlayStation is by even showing you this. This right here is amazing. This is one of the few photo modes that they'll let you do photo mode and jump back out with no hindering. And that's anytime. I need to get the fuck out of here though. I need to find something digital so I can get my fucking power back. There are tons of character models in the city again, but like I said, there's no fat character models. There are people leaning on pots and leaning on the walls, arms folded. Some people are not. Some people are sitting down. I believe with the SSD, developers are going to be able to incorporate much more personality into every single character that's running around an open world city. Of course, you have people drinking cups of coffee. You have people with newspapers and umbrellas and cell phones in their hands. And if you do something, some of them might pull out a cell phone and look, they dropped that. They dropped the coffee cups. The coffee cups will not disappear. The umbrellas will not disappear, although this umbrella is semi through the ground. But that's just how it is. They really were letting you know what was possible with the PS4 in 2014 with this game. Let me see. I'm back out of here. There's tons of other games that took advantage of the PS4 that could show you what was possible. But again, there was some things that just they couldn't do. Whatever you wanted them to do that they didn't have in the game, they will be able to do, plus more. 10 times more. It's going to make things a lot simpler for certain developers. I think all developers, even third-party developers, would definitely want to do more. I don't think a developer is going to sit up there, look at this power, look at the speed of the PS5 and say, I don't want to take advantage. I want to keep making lazy-ass games that are the same way that we always knew. Because that's not acceptable anymore. Not for the gamers. Okay, as you can see, there's still music running in the background. Whether I'm in the game or out the game, the music continues to run. So the system is still processing the music. And it's processing it off of a USB stick. But yeah, that's I'm just letting you guys know. There's a lot of things on a PS4 that are good, but there's a lot of things that could be much, much better. And that's what I can't wait for. USB stick compatibility, external hard drive compatibility, it all has been confirmed. Let's go test out a game that definitely will have. I know I don't play this game a lot. It's probably God of War, but I won't. What do we have? What do we have? We have Doom? I'm trying to figure out if we got Doom in there. Where would Doom be? Multiplats? Yes, Doom would be in multiplats. Remove disk. I'm gonna play a game that we all know very well. We have Gran Turismo here, right? Gran Turismo is in the exclusive photo folder as well as Drive Club. I still believe Gran Turismo was the game Sony clearly wanted to win the racing war this gen, and they kind of sacrificed Drive Club. It's like, hey, Drive Club, you were supposed to be better than Gran Turismo. That's the only way you would still exist. And why the developer studio got closed down. And I still, as far as an arcade racing fan, I just love Drive Club more than Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo, very photorealistic, but for me, personally, it's not fun to play. You want a game that's fun to play. Gran Turismo, to me, is not fun to play. It's fun to look at, but it's not fun to play. Okay, the music is still playing. It stopped playing in the very beginning. So as you can see, the music that I have on my USB, it's the full track. It has the image of the song. It has the time. It has all that information that's being processed at the same time that the game is going on in the background, or the music's going on in the background. So you can listen to music while you're playing your games. That was never something that was impossible to do on PlayStation. In the beginning, they didn't have it, but again, these systems are they're similar to computers. Hold on. I hope to see third parties use the full SSD speed. If they don't, then they will do the same thing with the cell processor. They will not utilize it, and it will make the PS5 useless. Yes to them, but first party developers, so far that I know, they've been leading the way. Those are the devs that lead the way and let people know that, hey, well, you don't have to use it, but you're not going to get Game of the Year at the end of the year. You're not going to get any fucking awards. And fans that now understand how this shit works, hopefully, I would understand more people understand that the SSD speed will help developers more than the power that it has with the teraflops. There's a 17% gap between the teraflops we have and Xbox has. And again, as far as the skill gap with the first party developers that will take advantage of both hardwares, that gap is like 100%. If you're looking at the games that are on Xbox versus the games that, and I'm being a smartass by showing off games that came out so long ago for PlayStation. And I'm doing that for a specific reason, because everybody needs to know that our older games shit on the games that Xbox is bringing out right now. These are facts. Okay, let's pick I want to pick a city style environment. Let's see. It will probably be this one. It's fucking awesome. I mean, to this day, this game is just blows my fucking mind. We gotta have everything on dynamic as much as possible. City is on the other side, where it'd be racing from there over there, from what it looks like. Oh, no. That's somebody else's city. Ah, fuck. That's another city. I don't think that's what this one looked like. That's that event setting. Look at that fucking shit. Oh, I gotta get to level 6 of Mercedes-Benz owners to get that. What level am I at now? The fuck? I'm gonna let you look at that real quick. There's some shit that's about to go down because it's dynamic. You probably will see rain or snow, and then you will see the quality that plays on the vehicle itself. It's just, I mean, you can always make a car game. There we go. There's the snow. You can always make a car game look good. I played a car game on my iPhone when I had it. Looked amazing. It looked so fucking good. Like, you can make shooting games and car games look amazing. It's possible. It's all the other things that go along with it, that you can expand upon with more power and more speed. Bigger maps, more diversity in animations. Of course, higher frame rates for all games. All games should be locked at 60 frames. All games. There shouldn't be a single game that's not locked at 60 frames next gen. And again, if you're a third-party developer and you're not locking your game at 30 frames, there's a fucking problem. And that's your problem because you refuse to take advantage of the power. Okay. Just want to do one thing. Okay, my boy Sick Humor is on. Man, I cannot fucking wait not to be at work. I mean, I want to make money, but I don't want to be out here like that. God damn. Shit. That's the crazy thing. I don't want to fucking die before I get the PS5. I really, really don't. Okay, guys. I got music playing. I can hear. Hopefully, you guys can't. Like I said. Okay, no, not that one. Oh yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one. We gotta have that shit playing. That's the crazy thing, man. Like, I would love to talk more about all the features of the PS5. The PS4 that would hopefully cross over to the PS5, which I definitely believe. But that was a tech analysis, and it was a little bit boring, but the thing we got out of it is that it will help developers do more. Open world games, like I said, Grand Theft Auto. And I think I'm going to have to download Grand Theft Auto, so if anybody has Grand Theft Auto, let me know. I'm going to download Grand Theft Auto so we can make sense of that. We're going to jump from one more game after this. But this shit I'm about to go over is fucking crazy. Yeah, I got a thought in my head. Okay, again, 2014 game, just like Infamous, both 2014 games looking this good. With 1.84 teraflops under the hood. If you're a first-party Sony developer, you can do amazing things with little power. We saw Naughty Dog do this with PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2. They did things with Crash Bandicoot that wasn't possible for other developers to do on that hardware. The same thing they did with Jak and Daxter that wasn't possible to do on a PS2 hardware. Same thing with Uncharted and The Last of Us. Other developers didn't think those games were possible on a PS3 hardware because of the cell processor. They found a way around it. Now you have The Last of Us Part 2 as well as Uncharted 4 on this hardware, doing things that other developers can't do in the same genre of games. That's what I'm excited about. I'm excited to see what the first party devs are going to do with this power. At this point in time, you don't have to look at the PC anymore. These consoles outperform most of everybody's PCs. Unless you're like super fucking rich or whatever, and you're like a professional streamer with the best rig imaginable, even then, some of your PCs can't hold a candle to what these next generation consoles are doing. Both the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. And that's what I'm amazed by. You don't need to talk about, oh, I'm going to build a PC for power. No, you don't need to do that. I think Sam being here soon and Adam, hopefully. He missed all of yesterday's podcast, so if he's not in here today, we'll see what goes down.
But I'm in here, though.
Oh, there you go, Fatal. Thank you for joining, buddy. Thank you.
Okay, I was about to say, I hope you don't mind me popping in.
Nah, bro. And I need somebody else to talk to. No, I'm just showing off 2014 games and how they took advantage of a 1 teraflop. And they look this fucking good. You know what I'm saying?
So wait, so now we're getting hyped up and excited for a fucking SSD hard drive? Really? Yeah, next gen's gonna be great, bro. No, I'm just speaking in generality because I'm seeing a lot of people giving a lot of high praises.
You want to know why? You want to know why? Because I'm a detail freak. I'll tell you about a feature, right, that most people don't fucking think about because they're stupid fucking gamers. Okay, Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto. Why can't you go into all the buildings?
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, if you think of it in a gamer's perspective, you're giving a developer more power and more ammunition to do more. You don't have to make the same basic games. You can do more. As a detail freak, I want that. Are they doing good on water? Yes. Are they doing good on trees and grass? Yes. Okay, you can move on past that. Now you can make interiors to buildings to go inside instead of, oh, there's an invisible wall. That we're still getting. Remember, we're still getting invisible walls.
I hate that shit. Yes. I hate that shit in open world games, man.
If we can give developers that much, that's cool. Do I think the Sony first party studios are going to make these features shine? Yes, I do. I think that excuse me. I think we got devs over on Microsoft that can make them shine. The people that make Gears looks amazing. You can make that shit shine, right? The people that do Halo, the people that do Forza, right? You can make that shit shine. Scalebound, I still believe Scalebound needs to make a comeback, but it needs to. Yeah, Fatal did come in like Batman.
Yo, my bad.
But look, I think that Scalebound needs to make a comeback. It needs to be an Xbox exclusive. And they can do everything that they wanted to do. Remember, we saw frame rates dropping. We saw pop-in the trailer. You won't have to see that. You won't even have to do 4-player Dragon co-op. You can do 6-player or 8-player Dragon co-op. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. Co-op won't be limited to 3 or 4 players anymore. I'm smart enough to see what the fuck they just did with the launch title of Godfall. Godfall is 3-player co-op, not 4.
Godfall is going to be...
It's going to be amazing. It's going to show off the beauty of next gen, but I don't know if that developer is specifically going to take advantage of all the features Mark Cerny laid out yesterday. I don't think a lot of third-party developers are going to do it in the first year. Unless they've had, like I said, unless they've really had a hands-on with the PS5 longer than the Xbox. And I do believe they have. I do. But it's all about if they want to do it. We've had third-party developers like Ubisoft that use the same fucking engine for 3 straight games. I'm just being honest. It's gonna fall upon the first-party developers on both sides, Xbox and PlayStation, to take advantage of this power. And as we already know for Xbox, they said they're going to do it in the next 2 years because they're trying to do a smooth transition of gamers from this hardware to the next generation hardware. And I understand that. And I'm glad that PlayStation has this backwards compatibility thing down, which is realistic. Let's be honest. I talked about this probably a couple months ago, that games, when the rumor was going on for Horizon Zero Dawn, I said that might be one of the games that would be reworked for the PS5. And they're talking about 100 games that are going to take advantage of the PS5's power But then all the other ones that have pro mode, they're going to be just like pro mode. The ones that didn't get pro mode, they're going to just be normal PS4 games. You can play all of them on the PS5, but some will be enhanced for the PS5. Others will have pro mode, and others just won't have anything. You'll be able to. It's just like what we talked about yesterday, Fatal. Like the whole library of backwards compatibility Xbox games are going to be available for Xbox Series X. But the ones that were not upgraded, they're not going to be upgraded unless they decide to upgrade those games and make them available. So everything's just transferring over.
See, what I've been reading, fucking and stuff like that, like, is the fact that like Sony right now currently only has
100
about like not even that. Fucking, from what I understand, from what I was reading, was when you listen to what Mark Cerny said, like they were looking at the top 100 games played by most time, like playtime.
Oh, okay.
And like those are the games that they want to like have on that backwards compatibility. Now look, here's the thing. I'm not full on fucking like pro backwards compatibility. I like it if it's there. But I want to be able to like the thing that kind of irks me a little bit from my perspective on this whole BC shit is the fact that like I'm all digital, right? So, and let's say GameStop had a promotion going on where I could trade in my existing PS4 fucking for, I have like what, $200, $300 fucking down on my actual PS5. You know, I mean, a lot of people take advantage of stuff like that. You see it all the time. You see it all the time at the beginning of the new generation. I would like to be able to do that, but if I won't be able to have access to my 400 games that I have digitally wise, you know what I mean, then I'm not going to sell my PS fucking 4 because I don't want to screw myself over and not be able to go back and like play some of my backlog.
Games,
yeah. Exactly, yeah. So I mean, by the time I end up doing
this
that,
is what I'm saying. I know what he was talking about. He's talking about the real backwards compatibility most people talk about, and we're talking about the ones those games that are going to be upgraded. So they're looking at those top 100 games that people play or hyped about, right? They're going to make sure those games are enhanced for the PS5. The pro games that are enhanced for the pro, they're still going to have the pro enhancements. But then any other game that wasn't enhanced for the pro, that might not even be enhanced for the PS5, those games are going to still be playable, but don't expect any enhancements. Remember, it was the same thing with the Xbox. I don't think every game is enhanced for Xbox Series X. Or every game is enhanced for Xbox One X. But they're still playable. And that's alright. Because it was the same thing with the PS3, bro. Like, I play PS1 games on the PS3, right? Like Mega Man Legends. I had the physical disc for Mega Man Legends. But it got no enhancements. But it was playable. There was the same thing with the PS2. There were PS2 games, right? Digital, by the way, that had semi-enhancements, but not enough to brag about. Not remaster style enhancements, but they were playable. And that's alright. This is what I want, right? Out of the top 100 games, whatever they may be, one of the games that they have to rework for the PS5 architecture, Bloodborne. It didn't even get a pro mode, but you know people on there night and day. Bloodborne. Let's say you come out over the next 2-3 months and you confirm that just give a ballpark estimate of some of the games. Let's say you put 40 games on an image, right? And you post that and you say these games will be reworked for the PS5 and these will have PS5 enhancements. Other games will be available, but they might not have PlayStation 5 enhancements day one. Bloodborne being on that list, Days Gone being on that list, Spider-Man being on that list, God of War being on that list with an enhancement that allows 60 frames per second. That's amazing. I want that same type of shit for Xbox. But we don't have confirmation that they're going to have it. We have confirmation they're going to be playable, right, Fatal? But did we have a confirmation they're going to be reworked? That's what I want.
Enhanced?
Yes. And not Xbox One X enhanced. Xbox Series X enhanced. Enhanced to the way that I know Gears is going to have that enhancement. I know the new Halo, well, never mind. I know Halo 5 and the other Halos will definitely have those enhancements. All the Forza should definitely have those enhancements. You see what I'm saying? That's realistic. But are you telling me that the old Xbox One games, 360 games, they're going to go back to other developers again, not Microsoft, We're talking about the developers that have even allowed those games to be on the Xbox One for backwards compatibility. You're going to go back, contact these game developers that are supposed to be working on new hardware to go rework these games to have enhancements for the new hardware. 60 frames per second for every original Xbox game, for every Xbox 360 game. That's a tall order for both sides to ask. I'm cool with 100 games. That's a lot of fucking games. I currently have access to probably like 40 games on my external hard drive available. I have over 300 games that I've played or downloaded, but not are currently downloaded. But again,
well, according to the official Xbox.com website, right, it says here, this is the revolutionary of Xbox velocity architecture. Thousands of games on Xbox One, including Xbox 360, and original Xbox games will experience improvements in performance, including improved boot and load times, more stable frame rates, higher resolutions, and improved quality on Xbox Series X.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that's what I'm saying. We're not talking about full-on enhancement. We're talking about improved quality. They said the same thing about the PS3. Again, every PS3 could play PlayStation 1 games. They said they were semi enhancements, load times and shit, but nothing to really brag about. Some journalists, some analysts bragged about it. PS2, okay, they had digital backwards compatibility because tons of PlayStation 3s that were the $600 backwards compatibility ones were not sold anymore. So they had to turn to backwards compatibility for digital PS2 games. They had enhancements, but not remaster style enhancements. When they started doing remasters at the middle to the end of last gen, they were completely different than a game that we say, hey, this is backwards compatibility. They had way better enhancements, visually, playability, all of that shit. You can't beat something like a remaster. If you're saying that Xbox Series X is gonna have remastered style quality for all older games, that's amazing if that's possible. That's crazy if that's possible.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's gonna be possible for all games. Will they play better than they played on Xbox One or Xbox One X? I definitely believe so. And I think that even if a game on PS4, they say this one didn't get a pro mode and it doesn't have a PS5 enhancement mode, but it still plays a little bit better than if you played it on a standard PS4. I expect that to be real, but again, it's not going to be like a pro mode game, or it's not going to be like a PS5 enhancement mode game. But again, that's just one thing. I just hope that the third-party developers take advantage of both powers, because we know that a lot of these motherfuckers are lazy. But there's a lot like id Software that's making Doom. These motherfuckers welcome more powerful systems. They are fucking just giddy to work on more powerful systems, make sure all of their games are 60 frames on consoles and shit. I love developers like that. I cannot wait to see what developers like that do with third-party titles for next-gen systems. That's going to be amazing. Also, developer I don't talk about, and I hate with a fucking passion of 8,000 suns, Ubisoft. I want Ubisoft to not have a single excuse on why their games look shit. I want them not to have a single excuse why they play like shit.
Yeah, make their original bullshots be the real thing.
Exactly. It's like, you know what I mean? Whatever the game looks like, you take responsibility. That's your fault. It's just like right now. We got a game like Last of Us coming out. We got Final Fantasy coming out. We have Ghost of Tsushima coming out, right? Okay, look how amazing they look. Look how amazing they run. Ubisoft's still using the same fucking engine from Watch Dogs 2 to make Watch Dogs Legion. And they were going to use the same exact engine from, what is it? What was the name of that game? Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but the one before, Origins. They used the Origin engine for Odyssey, and they were going to use the Odyssey engine for the new Assassin's Creed game. And that's the shit that I don't like. They did the same thing for Watch Dogs. They used the Watch Dogs 2 engine on Ghost Recon something, whatever. Like, they do that shit again, and I'm like, no, bro. Like, take advantage of the hardware. Stop reusing engines that don't need to be reused. You're coming out with a sequel of a game. It's supposed to be reworked, and it's supposed to look like a sequel. I mean, one of my favorite games that got that work was definitely Infamous 1 versus Infamous 2. It was completely different games, man. Not visually, but the performance and animations. It was crazy. I can't wait to see that from all sides. I'm not fighting with Xbox fans. I'm going to agree with them. Yes, as far as teraflops, on paper, you have more teraflops than us. I cannot deny that. But I'm not going to fight with them. One thing I'm happy about is that we have powerful systems that rival or surpass people with high-end PCs. And that right there gives the developer no more excuse to cut corners when it comes to console versions of games. You can make our games just as good as the PC version. That's what I want. No more excuses from either side, first-party studios or third-party studios, whether it's Xbox or PlayStation. No more excuses. No more excuses. That's all I've heard this gen. That's all I've heard last gen. I mean, next gen, you have all this shit, speed and power. Like, come on, man. It's crazy.
You know what the weirdest thing is though?
About
when it comes to the Xbox itself, like as far as this new controller design goes, is that the actual right bumper button is not even a fucking actual button.
What is it?
Haptic feedback, what the fuck you want to call it?
Oh,
it's like touch.
I like that. I like their little triggers on the back because it has those little bumps, those bump grips.
Yeah.
I don't know what the PS4 controller gonna look like, but we got a rough estimate. I don't know if I can find that image, but if I can find the image, I'm gonna go post it up so we can look at it. But looks dope, man. It looks dope. Not Sunset. I was about to say Cyberpunk, right? Cyberpunk is one of those games, another one of those games that I definitely can't wait to play, but only for next gen consoles. I will not, like, I know that developers having a horrible fucking time on modern day consoles, even the pro versions of each console. Okay, it's 1 o'clock now. Shit is fucking crazy. Okay, now I'm about to play Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo is another fucking game that a lot of people underestimate.
Yo, what's up, Jay?
Who's that?
It's Brett.
What's going on, Briggs?
Nothing been playing Neo.
Yeah, it's already 1 o'clock. I mean, I could hop on there with you if you want. I beat the second boss, but now so much other shit just opened up for us. Gran Turismo is another game that, I mean, I was telling myself I don't want Gran Turismo 7 to be a launch title, but I think it should be. That would be a game that would take advantage of the everything that they talked about yesterday. Stuff that I still can't process. But the way that Gran Turismo already looks right now, it's like, damn, bro.
But yeah, I defeated the fourth boss already, so.
The fourth one?
Yeah.
Shit, the tornado guy on number 2? That was number 2, right? The guy that threw tornadoes, the fire guy?
Yeah, and then
okay, well, I beat him and I'm at the map, so I don't know where to go next. I mean, there's a lot of other shit that I can do, and I'm tempted to just do that and level up. But I mean, if you wanted to join in on that, I don't know how to drop a cup over there, but yeah,
Like, what area are you in now? Are you doing a side mission, or are you in the
I like I said, I beat the boss. I went back to the map. There's some side missions available, but there's also whatever level 3 mission area. I gotta go. I have to go read it. I don't know if I'm. Hold on. We're still doing this live stream. Hold on. What the fuck am I looking for? Discovery, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot more photorealism games like Gran Turismo. This shit. And I don't think you're going to need trickery anymore with like realistic backgrounds and then a car placed there. I don't think you're going to need that anymore. I just don't think you're going to need that. You'll be able to actually have a three-dimensional generated area for what you want, and it won't be like a fucking image. That's what I want. Just like, look, bro, just like Forza, like you're in the city and it's a three-dimensional city that you're driving through. I do want more city maps. I thought that Gran Turismo could have definitely had more city maps, including New York, but it didn't have New York. I mean, the cars look amazing. They run, I guess, the way they're supposed to. I'm not a simulator guy, but this is my second Gran Turismo that I got. I got this one, and I got 5 for last gen. Actually, this is the third one because I got the one on PSP. And they're good. Trust me, they are beautiful games. They are like amazing games, but nah, man. Let me see what's trending right now. Maybe the coronavirus is trending. No. Might search for that. It's just boring though. Let's talk about what the SSD gonna do like one more time. Let's go over this so people can understand. We're gonna start up Spider-Man. Hold on.
See, that's the thing I'm most
fucking Spider-Man, dude.
I know you hate Spider-Man.
I think Infamous Second Son looks better than Spider-Man and plays better than Spider-Man.
Infamous Second Son looks better and plays better. That's illegal. What was you about to say, Briggs?
No, like, I'm just more excited about, like, no load times for next generation. That's the most exciting feature in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there were tons of games that got that close. And again, they were made for a 1 teraflop system, and they were very, very close. Like the one-shot thing for God of War, where you didn't see any loading screens unless you died or something. Like, that shit is dope. Fatal hates Spider-Man. I don't know why. It's just Spider-King.
I'm just not a fan of Spider-Man, dude. Like I don't know. Like, that game just doesn't impress me at all.
One of the best games in the galaxy.
I wouldn't go that far.
It's one of the best games on planet Mars.
In an alternate reality, sure.
In this reality. How about that? Okay, so the reason why
mind you, I can't really talk shit about Spider-Man because I have yet to play it.
No, what I'm using Spider-Man for, and I'm not gonna agree that it's a shitty game because I love it. But what I want to say is that we have this huge city, right? And it's a very good city. This city is way better than any Grand Theft Auto city you've ever played, even Grand Theft Auto 5. There's a lot more quality. Yes, it is. There's a lot more quality to these buildings, and I can prove you 100% wrong. After this live stream, bro, I'm gonna download Grand Theft Auto, and I will gladly do a side-by-side comparison. Showing you that is definitely true. You have stickers and advertisements and hours on these buildings that you just don't see on Grand Theft Auto. You have 3-dimensional interiors where it looks like you could go into these stores. They don't even try to do that on Grand Theft Auto. You know, they don't even try to. Okay, that's how you. Yeah, the photo mode in here is way better. So you can see that people are inside the building, shit like that. That's what I'm saying. SSD is going to help developers not just have 3D interiors, but to have Spider-Man go inside of each and every one of those 3-dimensional interiors. And in Spider-Man, there's more of those buildings than you will ever see in Grand Theft Auto. And yes, the city of New York is bigger than the city on Grand Theft Auto. It is. If you're looking at the amount of buildings that you have in Spider-Man compared to Grand Theft Auto 5, I could fight anybody on that shit. You want to fight me on that? So you don't think they have the same amount? I will
say the combat in that game is dog shit.
Well, the combat in Grand Theft Auto is dog shit. How about that?
Oh, no, I definitely agree with you on that. I mean, fuck GTA 5.
But that's
GTA
what I'm saying also. I don't want developers to have any excuses why the combat should be shit after you have all this power and speed and everything else. And that's Rockstar included, bro. Like, they've gotten away with a lot of shit because, you can't do much with these consoles.
It's Rockstar.
Yeah, it's Rockstar.
They can't do no wrong. But they have a fucking fun time of raping you fucking dry with their online shit.
Yeah, everybody agreed that Red Dead Redemption's online was just complete dog shit.
Nah, Spider-Man's combat is fucking pretty good, fucking awful, dude.
It is what it is, man. It's a Spider-Man game,
Like I said, like Infamous.
What's your favorite? What do you have a favorite Spider-Man game?
The only one that I thoroughly enjoyed was the Spider-Man 2 that was based on the movie.
Okay, well, your opinion sucks, bro. No offense.
What the hell are you talking about? That game was fucking amazing.
If I would rate a Spider-Man combat, this would not be number one, though. My favorite one was Web of Shadows. Web of Shadows had the best combat, and I still believe the best swinging to a degree. But this one is very enjoyable because they made sure that they went back, talked to these different developers, and got the style of swinging. So I could swing for hours and not get tired. I mean, this is how Spider-Man
Dude, I said that.
But you should go look at gameplay from Web of Shadows. The combat in Web of Shadows was taken as an inspiration from the Capcom fighting games. So he would do tons of air combos. It was very comic book type. It was very good. I mean, in Spider-Man, I don't know about you, man. You're different, but I like the combat.
Well, I'm not a big Spider-Man guy, so I mean cool. that's part of it. Now, however, I will say this though, like if Insomniac would have given me an X-Men game in the similar vein of what Spider-Man is, and I'll be all over that shit. Like
I'm hoping that this virus shit does
Spider-Man.
I hope this virus doesn't kill like 50% of the human race. Then we can maybe think about getting an X-Men game. Because I think the reason we don't have an X-Men game is because obviously it won't be based on one X-Men. And you got X-Men going to have lots of different powers. And I'm not saying we haven't had X-Men games. But yeah, not like
just
that.
Not one to like the degree of like what Insomniac did with Spider-Man. Yeah.
Not in an open world city.
No, yeah.
I found the game store. I was looking for this game store too. Like I always find this shit randomly. It's called Gamers Paradise. It's the store that I believe has a Easter egg, right? And that
I'm not hating anybody that likes the combat in Spider-Man. If you like the combat in Spider-Man, by all means, more power to you, dude. I just think it looks pretty fucking awful.
Okay, well, guys, this is the only Easter egg for a next generation system that we have in Spider-Man, and they might have been talking about the PS5. Okay, so basically, it looks like a PS4 Pro that's white, and it has a controller that's not your traditional controller, but it looks like a Vita. And that's all I can show you. They don't normally rob game stores in Spider-Man, so the doors will never be open. But it's a three-dimensional interior, so you can see inside very clearly. They also have like Super NESs there, and lots of Blu-rays and shit like that. They have a bargain bin.
Oh, get used to that, Umar. That's gonna happen, dude. Whether you like it or not.
What's going on, Umar? How you been, man? I'm late, like today, like getting that information out and shit that I'm live. Either that or people are not.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, EGK. I'm not arguing that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. It doesn't mean it's a fact, but it's your opinion. Nobody can take that away from you.
Yep.
But yeah. What was the other game I was gonna test out? Well, I think Spider-Man is one of the best though to test out, to let you see, hey, there's a city, it's living and breathing, but they have three-dimensional interiors, or they give you the illusion. Grand Theft Auto doesn't even give you the illusion. They have a painted fucking image, and then that's it. You know? That's it. That's all they have. Like here, right? There's no store here, right? But there's a three-dimensional interior that goes to a staircase that has a door within a door that's open. Same thing here. There's a three-dimensional interior for the staircase. But they could have just had a flat painted on image of a staircase. But instead, they have a three-dimensional image. Again, with the SSD, there'd probably be no pop-in if you don't already see it, which I'm going to be honest, I don't see a lot of pop-in for Spider-Man that my eyes can see. But I would expect us to never even catch one, no matter how much you slow down an image, like Digital Foundry likes to do. You probably would never find pop-in if you playing this game on a PS5. I already know Spider-Man is definitely one of the games being reworked for the PS5 enhancement. Horizon Zero Dawn is definitely that. God of War. You know, like they said, the top 100 games. But it doesn't necessarily mean the top 100 games are the top third-party games. So keep that shit in mind. Now, if a third-party developer really wants to have their game enhanced, then it would be like that. I would think that Cyberpunk will be among that. I think that the new Doom Eternal will be one of those games that'll be enhanced for the PS5. But again, there's some games that are enhanced for the Pro that'll be available. And they just have a Pro mode on the PS5 and still look good. But it won't be a PS5 enhanced game.
See, now I'm seeing people say like The Last of Us is gonna get delayed now.
Who?
But,
that Final Fantasy too close to coming out.
See, and the thing is, Naughty Dog just posted on Instagram 70 days until the release of The Last of Us Part 2.
Exactly, they're not delaying that game. Look, some dude took me to a comic book website that always puts out misinformation in order to get views, and he says that Final Fantasy is getting delayed. And I was like, no, man. The official release from Square Enix said they're not delaying it. They're just saying that the physical releases might be few. And I said, I'm glad that I went digital. He was like, well, they never led me wrong. I was like, okay, well, this is the official statement from Square Enix. Who's right? Square Enix, the people that make the game, or a third-party website? If I was listening to anybody, I don't listen to rumors anymore. After the shit came out, that the PS5 wasn't going to be fucking 9 teraflops, it's going to be 10.30. I'm not listening to anybody. I'm glad we got the specs out of the way, because now we can all focus on what the games look like and how they play. What the controller or the system looks like for the PS5. Those are the next things we expect. They got all the boring details out the way for the specs. But if you look on Twitter, if you look on Facebook, if you're looking at some of these articles, developers are speaking out about how important this is to them. You know, doesn't seem to be any more limits, and that's a good thing. The consoles reached a level that PCs are at, or past PCs, that developers feel comfortable in creating whatever type of world they want, and that's what's important. No more limits, no more, like there's a limit here, right? On Spider-Man, when you get to the bridge, you can't get over there. When you get to the water, they won't let you swim but so far. That's a limit. You probably would not have that fucking limit anymore. So you can see the water. It looks amazing, as always. Look at that fucking water. But you got boats over here that you can barely
Still
get
doesn't
to.
look as good as Sea of Thieves' is water, man.
Shut the fuck up. You got boats over here. You got boats. And then I think eventually you'll get to Invisible Wall. But there's the Statue of Liberty, and you can see it to a degree, I guess. Depends on how far they let me go. But I mean, that's the limit. Will they let me swim to the Statue of Liberty? Probably not. From what I understand, I don't think anybody did, but I think there was a glitch. There's some cities in the distance I don't know if you can get to. There's a city over there. There's buildings there. If you could glitch it, you probably could go over there. The trees look like ass, and I'm pretty sure the closer you get to it, you will understand it, why they're ass, because they're not expecting you to go over there.
It's like Uncharted 4 too as well. Like Uncharted 4 had a lot of like distances where you look closer, like
yeah, they look like ass.
Distance-wise,
those are the limits.
Shit, yeah,
those are the limits. They're actually letting me swim pretty fucking close to the Statue of Liberty. I just don't know when the invisible wall is gonna pop up. I thought we were gonna get to one sooner, but it doesn't seem like we're getting to one. Are we getting to the invisible wall soon? Because it seems like we're... Oh, there we go. There we go. There's the invisible wall. Damn. What I got playing on right now? I got Queen. Another one bites the dust. Good shit.
Classic,
bro. Gotta have my Queen. I got a ton of Queen hits, man. There's a lot going on in Spider-Man. You got boats, you got ferries, you got jet boats, you got police boats, helicopters, planes. You know, they got the works, jets. You know, it's a lot. And so many different directions. They did what they needed to do, and they did a damn good job doing it. Now I gotta swim all the way back. I do believe that Spider-Man should be able to swim. And swim a lot faster. That was another thing that Infamous did in order to prevent you from traveling farther than what they want you to travel. If you get into the water, right, you get pulled back. These are the 3D interiors that they did some sort of trick to, that it looks 3D and it is 3D, but it's a copy and paste image. Now, some people will be like, oh, that's fucking horrible. Grand Theft Auto doesn't even attempt to do shit like this. If Grand Theft Auto did this, I probably would give them a lot of passes on their city for Grand Theft Auto 5. But it's not even as deep as fucking Spider-Man. It's just a PS3 port. Or Xbox 360 port. Some people don't understand that. Grand Theft Auto 5 was not a true... it wasn't like a true remake to what was already available. They keep adding on, but they're not really enhancing. They didn't really enhance anything. They didn't say, hey, well, we got to add this building you can go into. Prime example, right? I'm saying that a lot. There's a restaurant, right? There's Burger Shot. There's only one Burger Shot in that whole map, right? You can rob multiple different gas stations and liquor stores. There's only one Burger Shot in that one map. And guess what? They don't even let you go inside. I think there was a restaurant either in Vice City or San Andreas that you could go inside. You can go inside the restaurant and order some food. Why would the only restaurant in a next generation game not allow you to do that when the previous versions of the game allow you to do that? That's all I'm saying.
There's 2 Burger Shots in GTA 5, and both of them allow you to go inside of it and rob it.
Shut the fuck up, Fatal.
I'm just saying, bro.
And what game?
And also in GTA 5, and also for the record too.
Wait up, you're telling me you can go inside the Burger Shot and rob it in Grand Theft Auto 5?
Correct.
When did they add that?
It's been in the game since launch.
No. It has.
Yes.
Okay, pull up a video and show me that. Because I know the Burger Shot that I'm talking about is right across the street from the liquor store, and they never let you go inside. There's no door that lets you go inside. I would have saw tons of videos by now if that was true. Who has Grand Theft Auto 5? I think I got all the fucking Spider-Man suits. Yep, I got all the Spider-Man suits, including the movie suits.
Also, I'm very interested in the 3D audio as well to see, especially in horror games, and how that's going to implement with them.
Yeah, that's gonna be fucking crazy. That and shooting games, so you know exactly where the fucking bullets are coming from. This is really one of my favorite suits because of the design. So much attention to detail in this suit.
God damn it, Ghost! I was trying to fuck with Jay.
Oh, you're not gonna fuck with me. I played the shit out of Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm a detail freak. I'm not a detail freak because of water, bro. I'm a detail freak to make sure developers doing shit that they definitely should be doing, bro. Like, there are too many buildings in there for you not to go through.
So were you a fucking like a detail freak like during the PS1 and PS2 era too as well?
Yes.
Oh my lord.
Yes, bro. I was noticing things. I was like, why does this look this way? Why does this, do that? Why doesn't this do that? Why can't I react to this? Why can't I interact with this can that's on the ground? Why don't I kick it? Like that's the shit that I'm looking at. Like, I'm a detail freak about Spider-Man. The birds, the squirrels, they all look like shit in Spider-Man. If you zoom into an animal in Horizon Zero Dawn, they look amazing. I understand that. There are two different types of games, but you had to cut corners somewhere. That's what Mark Cerny was talking about. There shouldn't be any more developers feeling that they need to cut corners to make something look good, and then something that you don't think a lot of gamers look at, make that look really, really fucking bad. And that includes going through buildings or going inside a building. Nobody's saying that every building needs to have you go through it, right? Like, you have Battlefield, right? They had that. There are lots of buildings you can go inside. With the newer Battlefields, there's even more. Same with Call of Duty. There's even more buildings you can go inside, right? And I'm talking about big buildings. But, right? I don't expect that with every building. But don't tell me that most of all the large buildings don't allow you to go inside. You know how many, and we're just talking about buildings here on Grand Theft Auto 5. You know how many houses there are in Grand Theft Auto 5 that you can't go inside? All of them, except your own or your friends. And there's a loading screen, so it can load the interior, which doesn't even match the exterior. There are so many houses that I got on Grand Theft Auto 5 that has the same exterior, the interior, but the exterior looks completely different. But inside, they look exactly the same. And I'm like, why? Why this? Yeah, this is one of my favorite fucking Spider-Man suits. This suit is...
Dude, the best looking game that I played this generation, dude, is fucking Hunter Call the Wild. Ori looks amazing from its art style.
What game did you just say?
Amazing from its art style. Hunter Call the Wild.
Hunter Call of the Foot. Okay, let me switch.
No, Call the Wild. That's the best looking game that I played on consoles this generation so far. Well, I would say it's the second best because the Order 1886 still takes the cake as being one of the most defining games that came out this generation that looks the most fucking impressive.
Damn, man. They tell them, my coworker just told me they shutting down the metro trains at 5 o'clock. That's not good for a lot of people at my job, bro, because we do take, I live far. I'm living in Maryland. I go to work.
Death Stranding? No. Hell no. Hell no. Yeah, Death Stranding does look good, but it's not that good looking of a game, dude.
I'm leaving at 2. I should be all right, but damn. DC shutting down Metro, 5 p.m.
According to DC.gov.
And before you ask anything there, Ghost, yes, I played it, and I platted fucking Death Stranding. And that's one of the most boringest games I've ever played in my fucking life.
In my opinion, I think Horizon is the best looking game this generation.
Horizon looks visually impressive, yeah.
You talking about Forza Horizon? Yeah, that's a good game.
No, talk about Zero Dawn or Zero Awards, I should say.
Shut up. Cut that shit out. Yeah, I'm just saying, bro. Look, do you guys see that right up there? Do you see that? You see that the fans are moving, inside. But if you zoom in, the quality looks like ass. Again, you won't have to cut corners like that.
Yes.
You won't have to cut corners like that. But there's so much detail in this city. There's so much detail. I'm not going to sit up here and just shit on this game, but I'm just saying, if we're talking about what's going to be possible on a PS5, you have to look at some of the games we previously played. Look at some of the things that where they cut corners, right? Okay, there's an open view kitchen here. Who has a kitchen that has an open view? Nobody. But they had to put that shit there. Now, I think this is supposed to be a lobby door, but that looks like a living room. And there's another fucking living room. So again, they had to do what they could do. And they had to cut corners, but hey, it is what it is.
You know, it's fascinating.
I'd rather them do that though, Fatal, than just put a plastered on image of what you think the store looks like inside. And that's great.
Well, no, and that's fine. That's fine. But the majority of gamers aren't looking for shit like that, though. They don't give a fuck about that shit.
You want to know? You want to know how many gamers are? Anyone that activates fucking photo mode next to a fucking building, and it's been a lot. There's been a lot of gamers. No, hold on.
Even with that,
photo mode allows you to do a zoom in. That when we were kids, we had to fucking situate the camera to make it look at the fucking shit. Now, you don't have to.
Oh, I know. I use photo mode in No Man's Sky
exactly.
fucking to this day. And
There's
that
so much
still
stuff
is hands down
see.
the best photo mode in any game that I've played.
What game?
Any game that I played. No Man's Sky.
Illegal. Take that back.
No, not illegal.
Take it
no,
back.
I'm not taking that back, dude. I'm not taking that back.
Somebody get that guy
some
to
of the
take it back.
screenshots that I've seen that people have taken with that game using that photo mode, dude.
I'm not gonna lie, it has a pretty
like,
impressive photo
ridiculous.
mode, but the best photo mode is Mario Odyssey.
Man, Mario. Fucking Mario, dude.
I love it. Mario wins every time. They call it Mario.
Oh, of course
time.
I'm gonna play fucking the next game that Kojima makes. As long as it's not a board fest or a walking simulator, I'll be fine.
I hope it's a horror game.
Me too.
It is. It is. And if it's gonna be a horror game, then I'm definitely there. I'm definitely there. Because I didn't have the luxury of playing PT because I didn't get the PS4 until after the PT demo got pulled.
If you have dreams, you can play PT.
Man, I ain't playing no fake ass dream fucking version of that shit. Fuck out of here.
You can. That's all you got.
No, I find it fucking hilarious, man. That PC guys fucking took that game and recreated that shit, man. Fucking make it look exactly like the PS4.
Exactly, bro.
That's crazy to me when people did that shit. I was like, what? The fuck are you guys doing? But yeah, no, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing fucking. I just wish that, like, dude, no, there is no fun. Like, I had to come up with my own fucking fun for that game, and that's me calculating math on where to place my fucking goddamn zip lines. There's nothing fun about Death Stranding. The story was awesome. I love the story in Death Stranding, but that's the only thing that's good about that game. All the in-between shit that you're doing, fuck off.
I really hate some of my coworkers in my job because I just think that they don't have the thought process to do research. This guy just told me Metro is closing out today at 5 o'clock. Are you still going to work? I don't see any announcement anywhere where the Metro said they were closing down at 5 o'clock.
Yo, Ghost, man, the very first mod you're going to see is fucking Norman Reedus butt naked, dude. Mark my words. That's the first mod you're going to see on the PC version of DS. Which says a lot for the PC community, my guy. Says a lot. But again, to me, it's laughable because when I see a lot of people on Twitter sit there and say that, oh, power doesn't mean shit, and then go out of your way a week later and build yourself a top-of-the-line PC rig, it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Well, look, that's what I'm saying. You just sat there and
told everybody, man.
Wouldn't it be funny as the people that did that this gen, these next-generation consoles outperform what they just built for more money, for less money? You know?
Right?
And that's what I, like that's what I was telling, I think you were there. I was on the job, by the way. Almost got in trouble. But luckily the building was so empty that nobody gave a fuck. But listen to this, right? The theory is Horizon goes to PC so it can be a direct competition and a comparison to what the PS4 can make it look like. Horizon is definitely one of those games that will have the PS5 full enhancement. That right there is crazy to think about. Think about it. If you're talking about, hey, we need developers to do a port, but they're also working on the PS5 to make sure those type of features for that type of graphics card, the RDNA 2. I mean, think about it. It's not fucking hard to believe that Horizon Zero Dawn is going to PC and like he said, one game, so it can be compared. So PC fans can stop saying, hey, we have this power advantage. What if you don't have the power advantage anymore? What if the only thing PC fans have is modding? What if that's the only thing that they have that consoles don't have? And what if that what if that's not the only thing? Because we both know Unreal Tournament 3 had mods on a PS3. So it's and Elder Scrolls this gen and Fallout this gen. It's not impossible for consoles to have mods. You just need a powerful console to run the mods. Cause mods, you know, it's a lot of shit mods do to your fucking system. But if you have the power, Fatal, then what happens with the modding argument as well as the power argument and the frame rates argument?
Well, one thing PCs will never be able to do as far as when it comes to mods is total conversions. That'll never happen on consoles.
You said what?
Total conversions. That'll never happen on consoles.
Oh, yeah. My foot conversions will be there, though.
Shut up.
We'll be there. We'll be there. Guys, I'm leaving at 2. I want to make sure I'm on time. Yesterday I was late, even though I got money in my account. I don't want to do that. You guys already know my issue with Call of Duty. I can't download it even if I wanted to.
Why would you?
Because people want me to download it, I guess. None of my followers.
Man, don't torture yourself with that trash. Come on now, bro.
None of my followers give a fuck if I download it or not. By the way, Grand Theft Auto 5 is $15. If you guys gave a fuck about it. It's one of the best games of all generation. They call it.
Ew, dude.
They call it.
My shit is a better game than that fucking piece of shit.
They call it Ranter Pack. No, I'm gonna download Grand Theft Auto to prove a point. Also, I mean, yeah, Spider-Man,
yeah, competitive, yeah, yep.
What do you say uncompetitive? PS5.
Same with Team Fortress. Team Fortress was like that too as well. That's
and you know what though, with this new hardware, Fatal, there should not be any more excuses on a PC game not coming to console. There shouldn't have been excuses this gen, but there were. Like, and it wasn't like verbal excuses. It's just like they were like, "Hey, it's not powerful enough," or they just didn't put it over here, and then they left us to interpret that, oh, maybe our systems are just not good enough to run it. But they were. Remember Crysis? Remember Crysis? Oh, consoles can never play Crysis. We can you're never gonna get Crysis. Okay, a year later comes the fucking consoles.
It did, but it looked nowhere near as good.
I know, but I'm just saying, anything can be downgradable.
I know what you mean.
It's the same excuse people use for Switch or Snow Bunny. You can bring anything to Switch.
Just one thing I want to clarify before I get out of here. This was something that I was saying yesterday on the Roundtable podcast because me and Sid got into like this fucking hilarious debate about Civilization. It was funny as fuck. Mm-hmm. But uncompetitive's in the chat. When I said fucking like, you are technically a god when you play that game, you kind of are in a way because you are the person that's controlling the actual ruler of that civilization. Therefore, you technically are playing a god, essentially. That's what I'm basically referring to there on competitive, man. Yes, you're playing as a civilization, as a leader, but me as a gamer, I'm the person that's in control of that. So I'm technically, in a way, it kind of does reminiscent and make sense if you think outside the box. A lot of people never understand my logic, dude. They'll never understand my logic. And I break things down in a really awkward way, dude, but it makes sense to me. But just most people are like, huh? That makes no sense, Fredo. Why are you talking about that? It's like, fuck off. And then when I break it down, like, not saying what I just did now, but I'm saying in generality, like, when I break it down into, like easier terminology that gamers will get, like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I see what you mean, Fredo. Why'd you just word it like that the first time? Because I like to be technical.
No, you don't.
You know what I mean? Shut up.
You don't like to be technical. You like to be clinical. Guys, we're going to be playing Grand Theft Auto.
The fuck does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know. We're going to figure this out. But look, if anybody has Grand Theft Auto, we're going to start playing. We're going to start playing some more community games. So I got Grand Theft Auto. Download it. Fuck Fortnite. Even though that last time it actually was successful in downloading. Resident Evil 3, I got the demo. Don't worry about that, guys. I have that demo. I got the deluxe edition for all games, all the next major games. Final Fantasy, Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us. I have all of those games pre-ordered. I don't have Doom pre-order. I wanted to get it physical because I have $10 on there. There's still a fucking glitch on Last of Us when I load up the pre-order because I have it. But if you don't load it in, for me at least, it's telling you it's 70 days.
Meanwhile, Civilization is actually still popping. Fucking Command & Conquer turned himself into a shameless mobile piece of shit game.
Oh, I heard about that.
Command & Conquer is fucking phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely a classic, dude, man. But as far as like Civilization goes, they're two entirely different games, dude.
Motherfucking Doom Eternal. Let me see what I get with Doom Eternal. I get the official Doom Eternal theme. And then I get a digital copy of Doom 64. Okay. A Doot.
Yeah,
okay.
Like competitive. Like you do take the role of a ruler, but I'm talking about from my perspective, me playing the game itself. Like I'm controlling that ruler's every move. You know what I mean? Like I'm like that ruler's god, if that makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, I really like Doom, but I don't know if I want to get this one. Maybe I'll see if Sam will go half and half. I mean, it looks amazing. Don't get me wrong, and I know I really want it, but I don't know, man. I got priorities now to worry the fuck about. And I should have paid off Doom earlier, but I'm good. I still got Neo 2, guys. I still got Neo 2. I can show you all my pre-orders before we get up out of here.
Agreed, Ghost. Agreed. I definitely
got
agree.
Neo 2, then I got all these fucking demos I fucking downloaded. Look at this. Okay, so I got Ghost of Tsushima pre-ordered. I got Final Fantasy. I got Neo 2. Fucking Call of Duty won't download for me, so who gives a fuck?
Garbage.
Do not show this fucking shit in my purchase because it doesn't matter. I got yeah. So these are the games I got. And by the way, guys, I have these other games. I can download these other games. They're not multiplayer, but I mean, I think Battlefield 1 is. I can go download Battlefield 1. I don't know if I already have it downloaded, but Mortal Kombat 11. I'm probably going to go re-download that. Division 2, a lot of people have been talking about that. I don't know if anybody want to help me play that game.
Now you're getting it on competitive. Now you're getting it. Yeah.
But as you can see, guys, these are all the games I have access. Battlefield 4, Battlefield Hardline. Like, I have a shitload of games that might not be downloaded on my hard drive, but I have a shitload of fucking games.
Yeah.
Tons of fucking games, man.
That's why on competitive every once in a while, like when you see like some people on the PC side of the spectrum, sometimes like they'll call those types of games like God games, because like when you're in when you're playing a strategy game or any form of RTS game, or whatever you call it, when you have the ability to freely move around on the map at your free leisure and you're commanding troops or doing whatever, like from a gamer's perspective, you are like the god of that world, building that whatever you're building, right? Like I know that sounds like a really cliche thing to say.
It is a cliche thing to say because you're illegal. Everything you say is illegal from now on, and we know this.
Hey man, hey,
that's what's going down.
No way, dude. You can't do that shit. I hope No Man's Sky gets ported over to the PS5 next gen, dude.
No Man's Sky. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes, sir.
I mean, not ported. I just, hopefully it'll have an enhancement. I mean, I don't know. There's so many fucking games I have. I have access to so many games. It's funny. I forgot I even got some of these games. PlanetSide 2. Like I forgot that I even got that game. I never did get Token 2, but I did want to get Token 2. Token 2 it seemed like it was a pretty dope ass game. I don't know what happened with that.
Yo, I can't wait for Wasteland 3 to drop, dude.
Yeah, Wasteland is a legal game. Nobody likes that. Let me see. Did I get Final Fantasy? I'm
And
trying to
it's
figure
no
it out.
wonder why a lot of gamers don't truly understand greatness. Fucking A.
Fucking Wasteland 8 is better than Wasteland 4.
The fuck?
What?
I said, what the fuck?
That's another good game to download. These are games that I definitely want to download that would take, so I can like. So I'm planning on doing a video to talk shit about Xbox. I don't care if you're here. So
I don't give a shit.
So I'm gonna get some kitty. We're gonna get some kitty games or games that are bright and colorful. Let's put it that way. And games I actually had fun playing, but I just want people to understand there gonna be different types of styles of games. I expect to see Ratchet and Clanks. I expect to see games with bright and colorful, themes. I don't expect every game to be like serious and realistic, but you're gonna have to have some of those games shown off. Because that's how stupid gamers, some people, not stupid gamers, casuals. That's how casuals understand power. Hey, if it's gritty, dark, and realistic and it has a gun, then that means it looks good. No, I'm not talking about Minecraft. Minecraft is garbage.
Hey, don't hate on poor old Minecraft. Minecraft's innocent. Leave Minecraft alone.
Complete dog shit. And we know.
Minecraft is actually.
And we know this. We all knew it. We knew it before you knew it.
Do we?
And we're going to keep knowing it.
If Minecraft was that bad, then why is it the biggest fucking selling game in the world right now?
Because kids like it.
More to it than just that. There's people that make careers off that fucking game, bro.
And kids like it because it's bright and colorful and it looks like, what's that word?
And yet more adults play it.
Dog. Shit.
Yes, I do, Ghost. Have you ever played Body Count that came out last generation? That was the spiritual successor to that game. Black was amazing. Fuck EA too as well. I hate that company. That's so much of the fucking passion. Gibbity kook.
Okay, this is what I want to do because I have so many demos. I need to make a new folder for demos only. Like that's how many demos I have. Demos. I might demo. Demos and betas? Demos and betas. And because some of them I might not delete because I have so much space, I can just keep shit on my fucking external forever. I have 8 terabytes. Like, I need to go take a screenshot of that shit too, by the way. Let me see. Demos and betas. What needs to be in here? Do you ever heard of this game called Disaster Report?
Disaster Report, yes.
Okay, that's what the Xbox is. It's a disaster report.
No.
Yeah, you fell for that.
Well, I will say this generation, yes. I will say this generation, yes.
Okay, we got Final Fantasy. We really don't have as many games on my hard drive as I thought. Good. Beta. Beta is demo. Okay. Demos and betas, bro. Demos and motherfucking betas.
Yeah, Body Count is just like Black. It's from the same people that made Black that up and created their own studio. Yeah. That game actually was pretty cool. It was effectively ignored by the vast majority of the gaming community, which again, I'm not surprised because like I said, the modern gaming community, man, doesn't play shit outside from what they feel or what they believe is actually good because someone's fucking telling them what to play it.
Cut that shit out.
Or a journalist tells them to play it. Or people like JTech tell them to play it. You know what I'm saying?
Cut that shit out.
I'm just messing with you, Jay, man. I'm just messing with you, buddy.
Nah, I got a shitload of games in the... Oh, no. I got a shitload of games in the multiplat section. I got 16 games. Now 17 games in my multiplat folder.
Ooh, 17. That's a huge number, my guy. That's a huge number, man.
I got 20 in the exclusive, motherfucker. How about cats? Huh?
Oh shit! 20 games in the exclusive category, man. Yeah. No, they never did remaster it, dude. It didn't sell well enough to fucking warrant that fucking treatment, dude. Which is a shame, to be honest.
Damn.
Like I said, modern gamers, man. I don't trust any of them at all. No offense to anybody here. No offense to I don't listen to anybody at all. Period. When it comes to recommendations, man.
How many fucking games is that? That's like almost fucking 50 games. There's over 50 games on my hard drive. That's what I'm saying, bro. Games. That's a lot, though. On my hard drive, on my external, that's a lot. That's a lot, man. Let's go to the Let's go check out my space, because I know I don't show this shit a lot. Thank you guys for the likes. Hit that like button before you guys go. I know we had a lot of haters here. Probably evened out.
Already did, sir.
Yeah, we got haters just come here just to drop a dislike. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, fuck those people, man.
Okay, guys, this is loading up, but it's a lot of fucking shit on my hard drive, so it's loading up. Yeah, they're telling me, my coworker said they shutting down malls and everything at 5, and it's gonna be hard to get to work and shit. But we're supposed to be to work every day at 5 anyway, so we'll see how that shit works. Yeah, I'm still sitting at underneath 2 terabytes of used space. I'm still good on my external. So that's 1.64 terabytes out of 7.35 terabytes I have available. And I still have a shitload of gigs on my hard drive. And anything that's like, if it's anything taking up space on my hard drive, it's just gameplay captures, which is 72 gigs. Everything else, not so bad. Applications. They're not telling me what applications are using space, because I probably don't have anything. But yeah, I have tons of fucking games. I still got my music on too, man. How you stop this shit? Yep. So we gotta get Plants vs Zombies Warfare, the original one, if that's even still playable. I'm gonna get that shit downloaded. Grand Theft Auto 5 is downloading, and then I got another classic exclusive Japanese RPG, Dark Cloud 2. I got that shit downloaded, which looks like it's almost ready. Yeah, it was only a 3 gigabyte game. Wow, that's crazy. Games used to be 3 gigabytes back then. Now they're like 100 fucking gigs now. Look at that. They say 29, but I know it's not 29. Yeah, I know that's not 29. Let me go over here. What's Grand Theft Auto at? Grand Theft Auto caps off at 74, but I don't believe that number either. I think it's closer to 100 gigs after all the fucking online updates. Plants vs. Zombies, 17 gigs. That's not bad. They claim it's 5 hours left. Oh, no. Yeah, 5 hours left because this one's about to finish off. And there you go. Loadout. Loadout is another game. Loadout reminds me of Bleeding Edge. That's why I'm going to be downloading it. I don't know if the online servers are still up for Loadout, but yeah. Okay, PlayStation just announced a game trailer on their YouTube. It's called Skybus. Anybody heard of a game called Skybus? It sounds like a fucking word Somatic makes up. It seems to be a bus or a train connected to another bus that fly. It seems like something I would play. It seems like it's a game. Yeah, it seems to be a Skybus Steam store.
I found this on the web.
I guarantee you this fucking game is on Steam, bro. I guarantee you this fucking game is on Steam. Oh, I said Steam store. They said Team store. No, motherfucker. I said Steam. Steam store, you fuck. Bro. Oh, it's called Snaky Bus. Never mind. I thought it said Snaky Bus Steam store. Snaky Bus Steam store.
I found this on the web.
What the fuck? I know what I be saying, but the Google shit's not working. Snake bus. There you go. This game was released on Steam May 10th, 2019. Of course. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many games coming to PlayStation from Steam. It's not even funny. It's not even fucking funny. Damn, bro. That's fucking crazy. Come on, Dark Cloud. You got like 70 seconds and then you can be completely done and then I can start downloading loadout. Look at all these fucking games, bro. I need to get back on UFC. Fight on there. Installing. They call it install pack. All done with that one. Loadout is down next. What's loadout looking like? Preparing to download. So many fucking games, man. So many games. Anybody tell me, hey, you don't got no fucking games? I got games. I got more games than Fatal. Has Game Pass. How about that?
What are you talking about?
What? What you say?
I said, what the fuck? How many games?
Huh? What?
How many games? What?
How many games you have on Game Pass?
I own 144.
Oh. You want to know my number?
And I own like 400 something on PS4.
You want to know my number?
Fuck you.
421 games on a PS4, and that's not counting Vita games or other games.
Vita games.
Vita games or PS. It's not counting.
Fuck out of here with that trash.
Hey, I got a good amount of platinums for Vita games. Vita's not bad. Vita's
No, I've always wanted to get my hands on a Vita D, man, but I can't find that fucker nowhere, dude.
You gotta have to rob somebody for one. Call it.
Fuck that noise.
Call it. You call it Vita Pack. That's what you call it.
Vita Pack.
Yeah, I'm about to load up all of this shit, man. People think I'm a joke when it comes to games, man. I play my fucking games. I got games. Don't worry about that. I just can't wait to see what developers can do when it comes to the games that I like. You know, like more of my favorite devs. Yeah, I wanna see what this all translates into. Look at all these fucking multi-plats I got, man. They call it multi-plat pack. I do got Horizon Zero Dawn on there. I do got it. I'm not deleting it. Just gonna move it all the way back here. Let me see what's next. Oh, man, that's a good game. Move that right there. Do I still have Battlefield 1? No, I don't have Battlefield 1. I do need to download that, but I have 5, so I guess I don't need 1. Damn, that's a lot of fucking games, bro. Damn, that's a lot of games. That's a lot of fucking games, bro. Wow. I gotta show these pictures off. I gotta post these pictures because people don't understand the power of dreams. What am I fucking doing? I gotta leave for work. Damn, Uncompetitive says he has 450 games on PS4 Pro. Damn, that's a lot. That's a fucking lot. Let me see how that shit looks. That look good? Yes, it does. It does look good. Let me go get a video clip on fucking Twitter. Because people just don't know the power of the PS4. Oh, fuck. Five. See, all of this shit right here that takes a little bit of time, it will be a lot faster. A lot fucking faster. There we go. It's fast, don't get me wrong. It's probably because I don't have a lot of space on my PS4, but a lot of shit's coming off the external. But it could be, everything could be lightning fast. That's what Mark Cerny's saying about the PS5. And that's fucking crazy. PS5. Here we go. Drive Club is amazing, man. I hate what happened with it. I hate that the studio went under. Same studio that made MotorStorm, and they didn't even get to do a remaster this generation. They should have definitely did a remaster to all 3 games, and it's sad that they never got to. Definitely, man, definitely. Wish they could have did something. Damn, this guy was wasted 50 times on Grand Theft Auto. Call it wasted pack. Got that Grand Theft Auto downloaded. Oh, what the fuck? Somebody's already playing Doom Eternal? The hell?
Yeah, GameStop released it early.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, you fucking...
It's time to go.
Jesus.
It's time to go to fucking work, and I do not want to go to
man.
work. Man, so they saying the metro and shit is closing out exactly at 5, bro. That's fucking crazy, man. I just don't feel like doing a lot today. I woke up late and everything. I was like, I just don't feel like shit today. I just don't want to do shit today. And I got paid yesterday. Good check. Healthy check. But damn. I'm letting you guys know, though. I love this setup. I know you guys love this setup. But I will probably be streaming some games directly from the PS4 Pro using Pro Mode to take advantage of what the fuck I want to show at 1080p 60 frames. Because that's another thing. You can't capture video at 1080p 60. That's another thing I hope the 5 is going to do. Live streaming, better live streaming capabilities, better gameplay capture capabilities, better screenshot capabilities. All screenshots should be native 4K. You should be able to capture video clips at 1080p 60 frames per second maximum. At least 1080p 60 frames maximum. Improve on everything that we have. That's all I want. Improve on everything that we have.
What kind of shit is this? The fuck is this, man? Resident Evil 3 Remake Jill fucking has changed to remove sex appeal. She's still fucking hot.
What did she change to? What happened?
Well, because the way she's dressed now, or whatever the case may be, make her look fucking from sex appeal. Motherfucker, man. She still looks like a goddamn character that if I was a goddamn video game character, I would fuck the shit out of, man.
Fatal. Cut it on out. Cut it on out, man.
Hey, I'm being serious. Man. That's apparently what the art director says. I'm like, yeah, you did a good job, but she's still fuckable, so I don't want to hear shit.
Look at all these fucking games, bro. They talking about Game Pack. Nobody even knows what Game Pack means, but I do. Look at all these fucking games, people. Do y'all see these fucking games, man? Damn, bro. Fatal.
I'd fuck the shit out of Claire Redfield too as well.
Oh, okay,
fuck you mean?
That's too much. Okay, get him out of here. That's gone too
what are you talking about?
Gone too far, man. Gone too far. We don't need that. You don't need all that.
Hey, man. Hey.
That's illegal.
You can tell me that shit. You don't feel the same way about Tifa?
Who? Who's that?
Tifa?
I don't know who that is.
What?
Get him out. Okay, guys, I really gotta go.
Yeah.
I really gotta go.
Yeah.
It's fucking 2:00.
Yeah. Be safe at work, buddy.
Fatal, it's been good chopping it up with you. Hopefully they let us
Likewise,
start going early.
Likewise.
Or I would love to not be at work. But like I said, I gotta make money, bro. Like, unless they start putting a hold to rent, I gotta start making money. Like, I still got bills and shit to pay so far.
Word.
So, it's gotta work. But everybody have a good day. Meet me on Twitter. If you're not meeting me on Twitter, I'm gonna have 3 to 5 different posts on the community section of my YouTube page. Keep an eye out for that so we can chat it up there. I'm also, one of the posts is going to have a link to the Discord. So if you want to chat with me better on Discord, I'm going to have that link for you guys in the community section of my YouTube page. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also, click the bell so you can get notified. I'm probably going to spend some time with my mom, my nephew, and my sister this Saturday. Check on them, see how they're doing. I will be back in time for the Sunday show so we can talk about everything that has happened this week. Have a safe weekend. Stay clean. And also, I just want you guys to know,